This is the tragic story of two brothers whose relationship was destroyed over a debt of just 4,000 naira. Lekan Lasisi lived in Ogun State, Nigeria. He worked as a hunter, which meant he owned a gun and also knew how to use it. Lasisi lived with his stepbrother, whose name has not been revealed in reports. His stepbrother had a serious problem with debt. He would borrow money from people in the community and also failed to pay them back. This might not seem like a big issue to some, but in small Nigerian communities, your family's reputation is everything. When one person behaves badly, the entire family feels the shame. For Lasisi, this shame was becoming unbearable. His brother's creditors would not just harass the debtor himself, they would approach Lasisi on the streets, at the market, and even at the bus stop where he waited for transport. These people would demand that Lasisi pay his brother's debts. They would question him, they would embarrass him in public, they would look at him with disappointment as if he were responsible for his brother's behavior. This pattern had been going on for some time, and Lasisi was getting tired of it. Each time someone approached him about another debt his brother owed, his anger grew. Each public confrontation added to his frustration. His family's name was being dragged through the mud because of one person's careless behavior, and Lasisi felt powerless to stop it. But the worst was yet to come. On December 19, 2025, Lasisi's stepbrother prepared to go to the market to sell garri, a popular food product made from cassava in Nigeria. He loaded his goods and headed out, likely thinking it would be just another ordinary day of business. Lasisi also left the house and made his way to the expressway, the spot where they usually boarded vehicles for transport. It was a place they both knew very well, a regular meeting spot in their daily routine. But on this particular day, something different happened on that expressway. While Lasisi waited at the bus stop, a woman approached him. She had a familiar complaint, which was that Lasisi's brother owed her money again. This time, the amount was 4,000 naira. The woman wanted her money back, and since she could not get it from the debtor himself, she was doing what other creditors had done before. She was demanding payment from Lasisi himself. Imagine the embarrassment. Imagine standing at a public bus stop surrounded by other travelers and traders while someone openly accuses your family member of owing money. Think of the eyes turning toward you, the whispers and the judgment. For Lasisi, this was not a new experience, but it was one that filled him with shame and anger every single time it happens. When his brother returned from the market later that day, Lasisi was waiting for him. The frustration that had been building up inside him for months, perhaps even years, was about to boil over. He needed to confront his brother about this pattern of behavior. He needed to make him understand how much shame he was bringing to the family. Lasisi approached his brother and challenged him directly, but the conversation did not go the way Lasisi might have hoped. Instead of showing remorse or offering explanations, Lasisi's stepbrother became angry. The man was known for drinking alcohol, and according to Lasisi's account, his brother started making trouble. The argument escalated quickly, and then, in a shocking move, the stepbrother went inside and brought out a cutlass. The sight of that cutlass changed everything. Lasisi, faced with an armed brother advancing toward him, made a split-second decision that would probably haunt him forever. Lasisi was a hunter, and like many hunters in Nigeria, he carried a gun for his work. When his stepbrother brought out the cutlass, Lasisi brought out his gun, probably thinking that showing the weapon would make his brother back down. But in the heat of the moment, with emotions running high and danger in the air, something terrible happened. The gun discharged. The bullet hit Lasisi's stepbrother. In an instant, a family dispute over 4,000 naira had become a matter of life and death. Lasisi watched in horror as his brother fell. The reality of what had just happened crashed down on him immediately. According to Lasisi's own account, he rushed to his fallen brother and tried to lift him up. He was worried, he was panicking. He had just shot his own brother, and he could not believe what he had done. The anger that had driven him to confront his brother was now replaced with shock and regret, but it was too late. The damage was done. Lasisi's stepbrother died from the gunshot wound, and the family that had already been dealing with shame and death would now have to deal with something far worse, the loss of a son and brother, and the imprisonment of another. The police were called, and Lasisi was arrested. He was taken into custody by the Ogun State Police Command, and during interrogation, he maintained that the shooting was accidental. He insisted that he never intended to kill his brother, that the gun had discharged by mistake during the confrontation. In a video of his interrogation that was later shared on social media, Lasisi could be seen explaining the events of that tragic day. He spoke about his brother's drinking habits and his troublesome behavior. He talked about the constant embarrassment caused by the deaths. He described the confrontation, the cutlass, the gun, and the accidental shooting. But most heartbreaking of all, Lasisi spoke about what would happen to their family now. Their mother was elderly and sick. Their third sibling, who could have taken care of her, was bedridden with illness. Now, with one son dead and another facing serious criminal charges, who would take care of their aging mother? Lasisi made an emotional appeal to the government, begging them to show mercy. He insisted that he never meant to kill his brother, that he could not even explain exactly how the shooting happened. He asked for understanding, for compassion, and for a chance to take care of his sick mother. The case was transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department for further investigation. What do you think should happen to Lekan Lasisi? Should the court show him mercy because the shooting was accidental, or should he face the full weight of the law for taking his brother's life? How could this family have solved their debt problem without it ending in death? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and also subscribe to this channel for more true crime stories.